No rush, no mental pain. That's how I feel this morning. I slept a little extra at the campground I was staying at. It's a Saturday morning as I make this, and I was just a little tired from a long week. Usually I try to get between 6 to 8 hours, and I've been averaging this week about 6 or 7 hours of sleep, and today I slept about 9 hours. And I just took my time waking up and getting to Starbucks to have my coffee and starting my day. I like to start my day early, but I like to give myself the freedom of not rushing. You know, there's times in life, obviously, where we have to rush for a job or obligation. Obligation being going to meet a family member, going to an event, going to a church, going to whatever. And that's why I don't like obligations anymore either. And that's why I'm very cautious to promise anyone that I will definitely do something, because my mind does not do good confined to commitment and rush. And commitment equals rush. Like Saturday, I have no commitment this morning, so I don't have to rush to do anything. And I need that, not to be selfish, but I need it for my peace of mind. And if I don't take care of myself, I'm not going to be able to take care of anyone else. I'm going to go somewhere, I'm going to do something, I'm going to be living a life where I'm bringing myself mental pain, and that manifests to physical pain. Stress is a killer, and stress is the mind is rushing to figure out problems. That's what stress is. And as your mind rushes to figure out problems, that manifests negatively physically. And sometimes because your physical body then feels pain, because your mental, your mind is putting pressure on your body to do stuff. Your body's feeling pain. Your body needs to numb itself, whether it's going to go to food, alcohol, or some type of bad resource to get a high. That's what happens. And as I just took my time this morning waking up and getting my coffee, and I'm just collecting my thoughts right now to start my day, a big thing that is off my mind is I don't have to rush to go anywhere. I don't have to rush to go back to a house. I don't have to, on the weekend, take care of my house. And living mobile, living in my car has alleviated a lot of rush hour. You know, a big stress of the day is just rushing from your house to work, from your house to the coffee shop, from your house to the supermarket, from your house to the recreation area, from your house to your church, from your house to your family member's house. It's the back and forth from your house to wherever you have to go, that rush. And I see people rushing. I see people bolting in and out of the cafe, in and out of the supermarket, because I lived that life for 15 years. I had a house, and I worked a job, and I had a dog, and I still work a job. I'm able to do things remotely now, but that I understand because I'm living life. I'm not just sitting. I'm living, and I have certain obligations that I have to do to feed myself, take care of myself, but I've alleviated a lot of rush by, one, getting rid of a house. I mean, because my house is everywhere I go now, and that is a mental relief. It's a financial relief too, and financial relief eases the mind, and pressure of not rushing. I don't have to go from here to there because my house is everywhere. That relieves the mind. It relieves mental pain. Rush is pressure on the mind. Now, where you're going to need a little extra mind capacity living mobile is you have to adapt more. There's a lot more change. You have to move from campgrounds, so that you're not going to eliminate all mental pain of life. Don't let me mislead you. And for some people, a lot of people, living in your car is not the answer. But what is the answer is trying to avoid as much rush as possible. Trying to avoid commitment and, obligating yourself to certain things. If you're like me and your mind is constantly active, and I think a lot of people's mind is constantly active. A lot of people say they can't turn their mind off, and you can't. Your mind is always at work in some sense. And many people struggle with anxieties, depression, everyone does, because we're all human. Some people more than others. But how do you keep your mind and your body and your spirit healthier? Avoid rush. Eliminate commitment. I'm in no rush this morning. And I sometimes I put pressure on myself, Sam, you should go here, you should do that. And I am, and I'm doing stuff, but I have to be at peace with, I have to do what's best for me. Even if that lets some people down, even if some people can't understand my lifestyle, because I have done the opposite. I have lived a conforming life. I've committed to things, to people. And what I did was I was killing myself physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, in every way. And I'm not going to destroy myself to appease someone else, and they're struggling too. And then we're both sick, and we're both in a hospital, and we're both screwed up. You know, the sick can't help the sick in one sense. I mean, you have to take care of yourself. And for me, taking care of myself is no rush, no commitment. And again, which is somewhat embodied in this living in a car, living mobile lifestyle, and that ease of the day and not having to go anywhere because everything I own is right here. I limit my commitments. I limit my obligations. I try to live as simple as possible while still having to do certain things, obviously, to, you know, live responsibly and, you know, feed myself. So, but that's what I want to share in this video. And these are very important things that I'm sharing, because this is all about quality of life to me. I take it very seriously because I feel the pain of life. And I think overall I live a very positive, I'm very thankful to be in Florida this morning. I mean, I got my hoodie on only because I was running out of Starbucks, which was cold, but I love Florida, man. And living simple has allowed me to live in Florida. I love it. But I don't want to start gushing about Florida. I just want to talk about the lack of rushing right now in my life is a blessing. And it took work to get here and to maintain it. And that's why sometimes like even this morning, I was putting a rush on myself. I said, Sam, why are you rushing? It's your day off, sleep a little bit later, and you don't have to do anything. You have to take care of yourself, and then if you have extra, you go from there. But you got to take care of yourself. You got to. Peace and love.